I've already talked to you about what to do powerlifting meet day, how to have a great meet. But we need to get you up into that point. So there's a lot of mistakes people make in preparing for powerlifting meets. So today we're gonna talk about some of the problems people have, but more importantly, we're gonna offer you solutions so you don't make these mistakes, so you can hit your best numbers on the platform. Okay, in powerlifting, there's dozens of federations. In fact, the selection is more broad than the Irish whiskey selection at your local pub. I mean, it's huge, tons, alphabet soup. Okay, so anyways, in these different federations, they're gonna have slightly different rules. Like one might have a monolift. One might have to walk a squat out. One might have a start command in the bench press. You know, you might have to squat to a little slightly different depth. One might just let you wear socks when you deadlift. One you might have to wear shoes. So all these different rules you need to know ahead of time. So any federation you're going to compete in that's worth your time is going to have a website or something where you can look it up. So you need to look it up ahead of time. Any questions beyond that, call the meet director. Still need clarity? Call the president of the federation. So you need to definitely look up what federation you're going to compete in. Anything you need clarity on, contact the person in charge, and you will not have any problems there. Next problem is in squat training, okay? So the way you get to Carnegie Hall is practice, practice, practice. Okay, so you know, the old timers used to say when I was growing up, every inch of depth in the squat is worth 40 pounds. So squatting high, you know, might get you some likes on Instagram or whatever, but it ain't gonna cut the mustard out of powerlifting meets. So you need to practice squatting correctly. You need to hit the same depth. Because when in Rome, you're doing the Romans do, so say they're letting you get away with a high squat, it's much easier to practice low than squat higher at the meet if they're letting you get away with it, than actually, like, you know, squatting high, then having to go low. So you always wanna practice to depth. Okay, knee wraps, okay? Knee wraps can help actually increase your squat, of course, but if you don't practice them, they can throw you off, okay? So you need to practice the knee wraps 6 to 8 weeks out if you're going to use them. If you're going to wear a squat suit, you need to practice in your squat suit. If you're going to wear knee sleeves, you're going to need to practice in your knee sleeves. You got to practice how you play. Okay. The monolift. The monolift just eliminates the walkout. Some federations allow this. If you don't do it, but if you know what, if you're not used to it and it just dumps the weight on your back, you'll be stumbling around like the Tijuana two-step, and it ain't going to be pretty. So you need to practice on the monolift if you're going to use it. Okay. The commands, okay, so in the squat, you're gonna need a squat command, a rack command. If you're not used, you need to practice that in training so it doesn't throw you off. Okay, the squat bar. Some federations actually use a different bar to squat that feels slightly different. You need to practice on that, or at least make your best effort to practice on that. And lots of powerlifting gyms are having them now, okay? And then bench press training, okay? Bench press, the same thing. The most common mistake with bench press training is people don't pause long enough in training. They just touch and go, bounce it, and that will not cut the mustard. You need to actually practice pausing, okay? So many federations have a start command, so they're gonna tell you at the beginning of the bench press when to start, and you actually just start to lower the bar then. Okay, every federation have a rack command, so you can practice those commands in training. When in doubt, hold the commands longer. So you want to practice those commands, and if anything, err slightly to the side of doing a little bit longer. Deadlift training, okay? So, as I always say, God forgives, but a bad grip in the deadlift don't. So you want to practice your deadlift without straps. If you train with straps, you need to know exactly what you can do with it. So if you're hitting, you know, 800 with straps, and then you can really hit 710 without them, you need to factor in that 90-pound difference. You can't live in fantasy land where you're actually pulling these huge deadlifts with straps and then, you know, not getting the lifts at the meet. So you need to actually, if your grip's weak, we've already brought you a video on deadlift specific strength. Go back and view it. So you're gonna need to practice straps. If you have a weak grip, train your grip specifically for the deadlift. Okay, the finishing position. Oftentimes in deadlift, people at commercial gyms kind of finish all hunched over like that, or some other people lean way back, which actually unlocks the knees, and it's not good for your back. So you want to practice getting standing fully erect. I don't want to say this isn't a Viagra commercial here, but you want to stand up being fully erect. Okay. So practice with the right finish position. Deadlift bar. Okay, a deadlift bar is not rocket science, but there's a small learning curve. You're best off if you practice on the deadlift bar ahead of time, okay? And then on the way, in a deadlift, you need to make, in a meet, you need to make a bona fide attempt to control the bar on the way downs, and you get a down call when you lock the weight out. So you can have someone practice in training, saying down, and then controlling the weight on the way down. Okay, next mistake, not attending a meet beforehand, okay? So preferably you'd attend the meet in the same federation that you're going to compete in, but any meet's better than no meet. Watching a powerlifting meet on YouTube is not the same as actually going to one. So you actually want to go to a meet ahead of time and get the experience, the feeling, and get the energy. The next problem is with inaccurate feedback. So what do I mean by that? That's if your training partners can become a bunch of yes men, just telling you everything you do is awesome. You know, did I squat low enough? Oh, you buried it. No, you didn't. You're 6 inches high. So you need to train with people that will actually give you inaccurate feedback. Then there's the overly optimistic coach. He's the type of dude that's on Instagram saying, my client hit a 50-pound PR, and doesn't even mention the person's name because he's so infatuated by himself, and he's willing to, you know, put BS up just to, you know, somehow loathe himself in praise. But what you need to do there is, if you have a coach, make sure your coach is actually giving you accurate feedback there. Okay. Then you have the negative Nancy's. That's nothing's ever good enough. So these people, if your coach, training partner, whatever, have you squatting 6 inches below parallel, let's just pretend the 40 pounds of depth is accurate. So you start, you know, squatting inches too low, you're not going to be squatting heavy enough in a meet. So the thing is, you need actually accurate feedback. And the way to, you know, obviously you need to be around the right people, but also take video. Okay, video will not lie to you. So even the most trained, honest coach might miss something and review it on video, and you can get the truth. Okay, finally, blowing your load in training. Okay, every single set, rep, workout is not going to be a, you know, some PR. It doesn't need to be some death circuit. Sometimes you want to walk away knowing you can do more. Okay, when you go into a meet with a big momentum on your side, knowing you can walk away and do more, that's going to help you be your best, because you're going to build strength in training and demonstrate it in meets. You're not going to demonstrate strength and try to build it at meets. Good luck, and see you on the platform.